Good evening, fellas. Welcome to this, kind of channel update for July and probably even August. I know that I'm coming to you rather late this month, but there have been reasons and, certain roadblocks within the month that have prevented me from talking to you guys earlier this month. But as I have now at least a couple minutes of spare time, I decided, well, let's take a minute and talk to the guys about what's been going on, what will be going on, and what is the state of mind and the state of my builds. Well, the reason why I haven't been as active as I have been prior is the fact that university is coming to a close for the semester, and the courses are, in the final stretch, and there are finals to be taken, and papers to be written, and, stuff to be taken care of, which I have been doing, and that has taken up 95% of my time, and then within the 5% that I had left over, I wanted to spend with my girlfriend, and once every other week I participated in the hangouts, and I really enjoyed that, but I really didn't have time, energy, or the mojo to do any videos, which is why I haven't updated my threads on the forum for the Panther's sake and the D-Day group build. I've taken pictures, which I will be uploading probably next week, because then the semester break will be in effect. I have been working on the project still. I will show you guys the progress that I've made. The same goes for Cone C's curse group build. I've talked to Mike about that I haven't uploaded a starting video or progress videos up to this point, but I actually have already finished the building stages of the group build. I will show you guys the model before primer and everything in a second. I actually have come up with the diorama idea that I will shortly discuss in a minute. I will then of course show you guys the latest Kit Stash editions for this month, and then we'll have an outlook on what is to be expected for late July, August, maybe even September, although I don't want to look that far into the future. So why don't we start with the ongoing builds and group builds. Let's start with this little fella. The Panther for my Panther group build is painted, deckled, washed, and I have actually already, the tracks are painted. They only need a dry brush and some pigments and weathering, then they'll be done. And the only thing that needs to be done with the chassis is painting the detail and correcting some of the mishaps that occurred while I applied the wash. I probably should have gone for a pin wash. I went for a wash of the entire vehicle. Didn't work the way I had imagined, but yeah, overall I'm pleased with the way it looks, although I know that there are inaccuracies when it comes to the camouflage scheme and the colors that I used. Until I have sufficient funds to restock on paints, I will probably not have an accurate, set of World War II German camouflage paints. The ones that I have do not depict the camouflage patterns, at least not to my liking. So I have to cope with what I have and make that look as good as possible. So that's the Panther. I'm really happy with the build. That went really well. The tracks, I actually tried the method that Hamilcar uses, or the paints that Hamilcar uses, and I'm rather happy with the way they turned out. Maybe I will have to just put another coat on them, but other than that I'm really happy with the way they look. So that's the kitty. The next thing that I have on my bench or had on my bench, because this is now waiting for paint, is the Cone Seekers Gruppelt. The Hummel by Dragon, 1/35 scale, of course. Still got the Q-tips in here that I put in there to keep the track sag on. The kit, the build itself, was rather quick, as there's not much of PE included in the kit. Everything went well together, or together really well. I have a diorama in mind with the figures that came with it, and I have a loading crew, and I will be depicting this vehicle as it is reloaded. The ammo is reloaded and restocked, and there's the horseback rider and an officer outside talking about the upcoming, well, Operation Citadel, as this is a Kursk one. So, yeah, not much to show with the diorama. I will probably just do a grass base with tracks, some rocks, some stuff, and nothing fancy here. As it's summer, there's grass, there's not much mud, so that would then rather be that. And I'll probably enter another kit, but more about that in a second. So that's the Kursk Gruppel update. Now, there is the big D-Day diorama Gruppelt, or D-Day Gruppelt. The Schwimmwagen, and the SDKZ 250 251. The SDKZ is now buttoned up. One side of the tracks, or the wheels, is half done. They're not glued on, I can still take them off, which I need to do to paint all the pads and put the last wash on. Overall, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I actually like the camo scheme I put on the SDKZ 250 251 here. There are some details I still need to touch up. Of course, the exhaust, some of the tools, of course the tracks on the other side of the track, and the wheels, and then of course weather the thing. But I really like the overall look of it. And then of course there's the Schwimmwagen, which features the same camo scheme. The light dots of green and brown on the dark yellow surface. And yeah, that thing went together like a dream. I need to detail paint the road wheels, some of the tools, the paddle, the hood, the exhaust, and the little motor for swimming. But other than that, that thing is done. I have primed the diorama base, which I'm not gonna go and get, but those vehicles are now at an advanced stage, and I'm really looking forward to putting everything together, painting the figures, of course, which will be continued in the figure painting series, probably starting next week when I have time, or at least more time than now. So that's that. And then I have started a small little piece that also depicts the D-Day, which I haven't actually started the post on the International Scale Modeler forum. It will include this little church door in Normandy and a US tank hunter team that is looking for German tanks. It will just be, and there are two more figures that I haven't built now. Yeah, so it's gonna just be a small vignette like that big with the 4 figures in the building. That's it. This is an Italy church window. Not the best quality, especially when you look at the backside here, but you won't see that, as this will be like depicted like that, and there's like nothing behind it, only the front view. So those are the major ongoing builds. There of course are smaller side projects that I have on the go at all times, but that just don't move forward at all currently. As when I get bench time, I'm focusing on them. And of course there's the Gepard Flag Panzer that I've been working on during the hangouts, but that's just, well, something to keep me busy when I just want to glue stuff. Okay, the additions to my stash, of course. You probably have seen those already in the reviews that I've made. This is the Panda 3 Aus G, early production. I got that when I returned the Tiger with Zimric code, because of the missing P. This is the Dragon kit, nicely detailed. Really looking forward to building that. Don't know of the occasion though, but that looks like probably a Stalingrad version vehicle. And then, of course, the thing that I will probably be entering into Mike's group build is this Kursk Stuck 3 Aus G 1943 production with Schutzen. Of course, as you can see, that's right. Markings, Kursk paint scheme. So what else to do with this but enter this into a Kursk group build. And I actually like the camo scheme. That's gonna be a challenge, but a challenge that I want to tackle. So those are the two major additions to my kit stash. Of course, I have to say thank you to my girlfriend who gave me those, and for the support that she gives me, and I have to thank you guys for the support that I get, and I'm now over 400 subscribers, which is a benchmark for me again, and I'm going strong. There were times when I thought about quitting the hobby, but you guys have pulled me through with your support and you watching my videos. So I actually want to thank you all my subscribers and regular watchers of my videos. Thank you very much for the support, and well, I guess that sums this channel update up rather nicely. The outlook, as I said, I'll probably finish all those builds that are on the go, which will probably take me at least a month. And after that, I'm open to new projects. Maybe I will finish my Battle of the Bulge boxing diorama, although that is really, really out of my mind now. And of course the stock for Mike's group build. Other than that, I'm looking forward to the Shelf of Doom group build, as I have a Bat kit waiting for me to touch it up. And of course the Vietnam group build, as I have an M113, 113 in my stash from Academy that I'm going to build for that. So that's the New Year outlook. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, thanks for supporting me. May the force always be with you, and always keep your mind open, your eyes open, and don't run around without thinking of what happens around you. Bye guys for now. Bye.